Yeah, it's like weird, like international
Trump.
tours. Yeah, hell yeah.
What a
Trump's
G.
cooking.
yeah.
Trump is cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, thanks for coming on the pod.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Hudson Ball.
Sorry for being late.
No,
So
it's
late.
all right. Wait, are you related to Richard Ball somehow?
I am. Yeah. That's my dad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's an interesting story if you want to talk about it. But the
We
thing
can
is,
get
I don't
into it.
want to
We can get
flame
into
my dad on a podcast.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's valid. We can
We
get
talk
into
about
it
that
how
later.
much or however little you want.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah, I reckon we get into that later because it's like straight up the bat.
Yeah. My dad left me.
Yeah.
No.
Damn. Okay, I didn't know that was that guy.
No. I don't know. That's what I say because it's so much easier to explain.
Yeah.
We can talk
But
about
it's
it.
a
Yeah, we'll talk
complicated
about it. We'll talk
situation.
about it.
Yeah,
But you're a digital dropshipper, right?
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Tell us like what that is, what that entails.
So, with regular dropshipping, you obviously understand like you're selling physical products. You go on AliExpress,
Yeah.
finding a shitty product that's trending, selling that, whatever. With digital dropshipping, it's like anything that you can like buy digitally and use it digitally, like a fucking video game,
Yeah.
ebook. I was selling like a fitness program at one point
Yeah.
where like I was heavy in the gym and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, let me post content about this. Let me
Yeah.
sell that.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing could be a course. It could be a mentorship. Could be.
Would you have to do the mentorship? And like that's the course you write up, or like you're buying a course off someone else to sell?
you can do that. There's different ways around it. You can create your own. You can sell someone else's.
Yeah.
Kind of ranges. Like, cause the way I started with it, I was a closer. So okay,
What do you mean a closer? What do you mean?
like a remote closer, high ticket closer. So what?
Like a gun. You're just a freak at closing deals.
Hold on. Let me explain this. So basically, say you know the guy named Sam Millsap.
No.
Nah.
This guy.
Sorry, bro. Bro,
Okay,
I'm basic dropshipper, dude. I've never done it. Low key skeptical about it.
Yeah.
But Isaac knows a bit more about the business model and stuff than
Okay.
me. But I'm like, I'm gonna ask some dumb questions.
Yeah.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
that's okay. So Sam Millsap is just an example. He started off as a fitness coach.
Yeah.
So he was like posting on social media, selling his own fitness coaching,
Yeah.
and he ended up scaling to like 50K a month.
Yeah.
Then from there, he became a coach for fitness coaches. Because if you don't know, the fitness industry is like,
Yeah.
it's oversaturated as fuck.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone that likes
100%, yeah.
going into the gym wants to become a coach or make money from it somehow.
Or it's
Yeah.
like fitness content creator, like buy my course. Every second person's like that.
Or just jump on roids.
Yeah.
Dude. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, from there, he became a coach for fitness coaches
Right.
and started selling basically his information. How did I scale to 50K a month as a fitness coach? I will teach you how to do that.
Yeah.
So now he has an offer that's high ticket, which high ticket's anything over $2,000.
Yeah.
His offer, I don't even know. It'd be like, let's just say it's 5,000. So he's selling his offer to teach people how to make 50K a month as a fitness influencer, whatever, for 5K.
Yeah.
But because he's one man, he makes a lot of money, but he wants to focus on the tasks that make him the most amount of money. Closing deals wouldn't be that.
Yeah.
So he'd employ people to basically jump on his account, set all the messages. So people would be reaching out to him all the time. Yo, I want to get started. He'd have employees to answer those messages. Then those employees would set appointments for the sales closers.
Yeah.
And then a closer would jump on those calls, close the deal for him, pretty much.
That was mad. That was a spider. Sorry.
Insects everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Legit.
welcome to Wagga, everyone.
Yeah, bro. So yeah.
So you're like the third person in the process.
the middleman.
yeah.
Okay, so it kind of reminds me. Have you seen that movie War Dogs? If you know what it is,
I know what it is.
you should.
yeah.
You should. Bro, it's a banger. It kind of reminds me of that where like
It's got like Shia LaBeouf and stuff.
no.
No.
It's
about?
it's got Jonah Hill and Miles Teller. Where they buy, they like
I know what
buy
you're talking
weapons for the government kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
they get
yeah.
like contracts kind of thing. That's what it kind of like reminds me of. It's obviously a bit different, like a
Yeah.
lot different, but
Hold on. I got an alarm every 15 minutes. I just realized I should turn it off.
Why do you have an alarm every 15 minutes?
Trying to audit my time. So like, you know, when you ever get lost in the scrolling
yeah,
Yeah.
and you just lose track of time?
Yeah.
That's like a reset. Like,
that's
oh shit.
fair. That's good.
I need to lock in.
Yeah, legit. That's good.
It's been helping, but it drives me kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 15 minutes. Because what about when you're not scrolling?
Yeah.
It's like,
When I'm filming or something, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, well.
yeah.
Oh, well. So you're like a middleman in a process for someone else.
Yeah. So I started off as like I started off as a setter. So answer DMs, set appointments. Then I moved on to closing. So closing deals on behalf of those kind of businesses, like coaching businesses.
Yeah.
And then now I kind of do both. I'm a closer, but then I'm also like a marketing for these businesses as well.
Right. Okay.
So yeah.
So what sort of closing look like? Like, what does that look like then?
Jump
Is it
on-
like they're already keen buyers and you're like, all right, here's the payment details, or like what's actually the closer
It's
do?
literally, so you get them keen to go, all right, I feel like what you're selling to me is actually worth it. It's worth my time. It'll fix my problems. Then they jump on a call. Then you kind of briefly going over their situation in the text, but when you jump on the call and it's like a Zoom call,
Yeah,
you're going into a lot more depth on,
for sure.
okay, is this actually the right fit for you? Will this work? Will this change your life? Etc. Then you go through price, close the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
pretty
like,
much it.
yeah, okay, that makes sense. I feel like, because like Josh said before, we did a bit of like selling for a real estate agent, but we were trying to close real estate agents to work for our real estate agency,
Yeah.
basically. But we weren't the closer, we were like the setter, basically. And so
Yeah.
we'd like call, like, we called hundreds, man. Like
Yeah, we
heaps of-
called hundreds
I
of
like
days.
every
So we would-
agency in every suburb in Sydney, we called them all.
Yeah, our
Really?
goal was to like get them to a meeting.
Yeah.
And we became good. We would get like
Our numbers were like 70%. Or
closing, like
No,
meeting
not
rates.
closing,
Not
like
closing,
meeting
like meeting
rates,
rates.
yeah.
For us,
But
that's a
That's
close.
fucking good.
For us to get a real estate to a meeting to
Yeah.
talk about moving jobs.
It was good, but
That
then
was
our
up.
mate just never followed them up. We're like, bro, we're missing out on so much because it was only commission too.
Yeah.
And so we were getting like good numbers.
But
But
the-
it's just like,
But the thing was, we weren't getting paid for what we were doing. We were getting paid for what he did.
and so,
like-
but he,
Yeah. So because that's the same with
like,
setters.
like,
They don't. No one makes any money unless the deal's closed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like one of our best mates. So like, love him, but like, he just like didn't,
He's fumbling.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
something
just
hard.
busy. And so it was just like, it just wasn't viable for us to keep doing it. And like, it was so much time and for like zero return. So yeah, it's like, it kind of is like that, but like you do both ends of the kind of scene.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is that something you're looking to get back into?
Nah,
or-
screw that, man.
You basically do that now. Anyway.
Yeah, but I get paid
Yeah.
like for the whole process now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'll find it's different for because I'm buying houses a bit more bigger scale, but I'll get paid like I charge an hourly rate as well now, and
How
then
the fuck does that work?
me sit down on a call, I'm getting paid even if I don't get any leads.
But then you get
But then I'll
commission
get
on
paid.
a
So
lead.
who are you calling? Wait, who are you calling?
I'm cold calling homeowners,
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
yeah,
makes sense.
homeowners to buy their house.
Okay.
Which so then if I'm like so essentially, yeah, cool. Hey, can we buy your house? Blah, blah. All right, what's your email? We'll send you an offer. If I get an email, I get paid. That's what we call a solid lead. We define that as a solid lead.
Yeah.
And then we'll get paid. I'll get paid again for every solid lead on top of the hourly rate.
And then commission if the deal goes through.
And then I get commission if we
Must
buy
be
the
a
house.
hefty commission.
Yeah.
Or like a small percentage, but it'd be a lot because it's a house.
yeah.
Yeah, 3%.
Fuck, really?
No,
Two or
of his
3%.
commission.
So
3% commission though.
No, not on the house. Not on the house.
oh,
Oh,
that's what Melissa and Nathan get. They get 3% on the house.
Yeah,
and
but
then
you
out
get-
of them, I get a percentage.
yeah,
of
yeah.
the
So you get a
boss's
percentage of.
because
their-
I got to give them.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
get 3%. You
No,
No,
way.
I was gonna
Bro,
say.
that's bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's like, nah. These guys make bread, but I just get a percentage of the percentage.
A percentage of the percentage. So how much would
So
you,
they'll make 3%.
on average, if you don't mind me asking, how much are you making?
Well, just next week, I'm gonna probably hand over 2 contracts. So that'll be there's about $2,000 in each of them, and then I'll get paid my $1,000 hourly rate, and then probably another $300 on lead generation. So just
So like 5.
probably hopefully about just over $5,000 in the week.
Bread.
That's a
bread.
yeah.
yeah. That's
Fuck,
pretty
that's
rare
not
though,
bad.
but that's like a good week. That's a very
Your
good
best week or
That would be my best week. I've only been doing it for a month.
yeah. Wow. That's really good, bro.
Yeah, very fortunate. And then I also get some money from riding.
From songwriting.
No, from riding mountain.
Oh,
bikes.
riding. Sorry,
Like I
yeah.
race. That's my main thing, man.
Yeah.
Is racing downhill bikes.
So I'm curious. Does that job like take much time from your day? Like, are you working?
Racing
Sorry, no.
or this one?
The real estate. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I got a hectic day. My day's a packed.
Yeah.
Like my days start super early, and I'll get 2 training sessions in most days. It just depends on the day, but usually it's 2. In the gym, and I'll either go for a big ride or go shuttles. Just depends on the program.
Yeah.
And then I'll cruise into the office at like 11, or where I am, I can work remotely too. It's pretty good most of the time. Most of the time I can.
Damn, bro.
Then I'll cruise, jump on the laptop. I'll just work from like 11 to like 9 at night, and then that's it.
Yeah, fuck.
So I get all my training done, and then everything else done.
Yeah. How often are you guys doing podcasts? Like once a week?
So
As much as
we try to do podcasts like legit whenever we can, whenever we just get a guest. So I'm going up to like tomorrow night. I'll head up to like Sydney. I had a shoot on, but got cancelled anyway. But I got there anyway because I'm going up the coast. But then on my way back down, we'll do another podcast, and we'll try and get one in Sydney. There's someone we're trying to land in Sydney on, I don't know, like Thursday, I think. So
Yeah.
we just kind of do that, and
we try and bulk them because we post every fortnight.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever we can do bulk. So then it's like kind of lays the pressure off for like a few weeks if we can get like 3 or 4 bulk stacked up.
Yeah.
Because then it's like kind of
Month and a
covers
half.
us.
Yeah. Fuck. I've always been interested. Like, how do you even approach people to
Bro,
hop on?
we've had some pretty big
one of
lands.
one of the so like I think our biggest land is probably this guy named JT Fox, who's a billionaire, right? He's,
JT Fox, really?
Yeah, we've had him,
I
on,
had
the
him on the podcast.
What?
I landed him, it was crazy.
Yeah, we got him on.
Bro,
the
we went
potty.
to a Robert Kiyosaki live event, and I heard him talking, and he said, I tried to answer Instagram message. I'm like, bang, I'm messaging him straight away.
Yeah.
Messaged him. I'm like, bro, I'll pay. Because he's like, oh, you got to pay for a relationship, whether it's like time or money, whatever. And I screwed myself from the start, but I was like, bro, I'll pay whatever for the relationship. And then, of course, he was selling a course at the end. I'm like an idiot. I didn't think about it. And he's like, it's like $4,000 to do a one-on-one thing. I'm like, I am not paying $4,000 for that. Like, we had no money. We were so broke. And I was just like messaging him, and well, I can't. He told me not to talk about his messages much, but but I was just basically messaging him, and he didn't respond for like ages. But I'd seen he'd read the message. I'm like, I'm in the DMs at least. So I'm like, sweet. So I messaged him again, and I was like, sweet. And then he the way he twisted things, like not in a bad way. It's just like, damn, like you had to be so sharp with everything you said.
Yeah.
But I ended up being able to like close him and get him to come on the podcast.
Yeah,
and so we went to.
We'll do it anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
Tell us when.
Yeah.
So he was doing the course. So it was like everyone paid like $4,000 a ticket or something, and we was like, all right, come to the Sofitel
in Sydney.
We'll
So
do
I
it in the
flew in. It was
Sofitel.
crazy, bro.
So like flew in that morning. He nearly missed his flight.
Yeah.
Bloody dickhead.
It was so sick. It was actually.
And then we were like running leads out in the Sofitel, dude, like for all this, like just in the lobby.
Yeah.
Like we just walked in this 5-star hotel, set up a studio, and the staff were like, are you like allowed to be doing this? And we're like, and he's just watching us set up, dude. We're like, he walks over and tells staff, he's like, F off, these are my people. No one messes with my people. Like, I own this building. We're doing video promotion for this building. All this stuff. And then we sat down, did the podcast with him right there in the lobby. And then straight away he finished, walked straight onto the stage, did it for like,
he's like,
a
boys,
couple hours.
he's like, I
talking.
saved some seats at the back for you boys. I'm like, sweet. It was so mad, bro. Yeah.
That's insane.
It was like our podcast isn't huge, but like, some of the guests we got on were like, bro, I don't even know how we get these people on.
Yeah,
It's
we've had
crazy.
like professional mountain bike riders. We had former world champion boxers.
What, really?
Yeah, we had.
Shit, I need to check out your page. Look, I haven't yet. No.
Yeah,
that's
you
insane.
remember Godfrey?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I
we
know
had
God.
him on.
Yeah, sweet.
We had some people from Justice Crew come on.
Really?
We had one of the
Yeah.
producers. We had he's also the producer for 1-4.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I actually saw that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
solo.
Yeah,
he's a good
yeah,
man,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, we had.
That's
we've had a
insane,
bunch.
dude.
We had one of Volk's trainers, like jiu-jitsu trainers.
Really?
Yeah.
What the?
Bro,
How? So how are you finding these people?
we just
other than
like
JT?
just bro, you just
Bro,
build
reaching
connections.
out.
There's
I don't
a
know
saying,
how.
There's
yeah.
a saying, you're 7 people away from anyone in the world.
Bro,
and with our connections, we found it's only like 2 people.
2 or 3. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, that's insane.
But it's hard. Like I feel like at the start it was so hard to get anyone on. It's like it's just to get anyone. You're just like, bro, just you feel like you're begging, but you just gotta put your pride aside. And you're like, I don't really care. Like you gotta put your pride aside, and you're like, bro, just do me a favor. And it's just like. Then once we had JT Fox on, it became so much easier, I reckon, because everyone's like, okay, this guy's like keen to get on.
Yeah,
your
because
podcast.
you can say like we've had this person on,
Yeah.
and then like okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But then we
Social
still
proof, yeah.
drive to the guests.
Yeah,
and
we
come to
we
the
always
guests.
go to.
We
them.
try to make it convenient for them.
Yeah, which not a lot of
you
people
got
do.
to. They
Yeah.
got money. They got
Yeah,
that
yeah,
bread.
it's true. But I feel like we're talking about ourselves too much.
Yeah, for
How do
real.
you-
Oh, dude, I'm actually interested because I'm like, I don't know. I've seen lots of people do podcasts. I've never seen someone that I mean, I knew who you were.
Yeah.
Like actually get some success from this sort of thing.
Did you ever work at a petrol station?
I did.
Bro.
I actually remember serving you.
Yes, I was gonna say I remember coming in and seeing you.
bro.
I think I walked in. I think it was. I don't know how long ago it was, but
a while ago.
it was a while. But I remember I walked in with no shirt and no shoes, and I was just like, and you were just like, hot day or something like that. And I was like, yeah, it's hot. I think I'd just come back from. I think I
You drove that van, eh?
Yeah. I still drive it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was time ago. I remember that. I'm like, damn, yeah. But yeah.
Alright.
Bro, tell us how you even got into this dropshipping. What's like your process to even getting into this, dog? Because for me, bro, I've seen all the ads about the digital, well, not even digital, just drop shipping. See all the ads, buy my course. I'm like,
Wait,
bro,
just drop shipping in general or digital?
Yeah, just like all the ads, like the Matthew Lepre ads, like
Oh,
all
we
those,
actually
like
worked with
all those ads. I'm like, bro, this has to be a pyramid scheme.
Wow, that's a big question.
Yeah, sorry, dog. Got
Yeah,
it.
there's lots of ads out there. I think the biggest thing is people just, it gets a bad reputation. Like you can't say that.
I think it does have a bad rep.
Yeah, it's because there's a lot of people out there that are just trying to scam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
for
fucked.
sure.
So everyone kind of gets the same name, but like, Matthew Lepre is a full legit guy.
Yeah, he's made
a big
proper
name.
money. Yeah.
Like a lot of, you can't really blame, like, say you are an expert in ecom, you
Mm.
can't really blame the guy for trying to coach and get other people.
Yeah, no, of course not.
So
but
it's
it's like
like-
everyone else that's also doing it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there.
So did you like get into it like from those sort of Instagram ads, or how'd you get into it?
That's a really good question. I pretty much it wasn't an ad. It was, I knew someone from Wagga actually.
Do I know him?
Her name's Natalie.
No. What's the last
She went
name?
to Urbacher.
To where?
Urbacher is her last name. Natalie
Oh.
Urbacher. Went to Coringle.
I reckon.
Tall. Brunette.
I reckon I
She
would.
went to Coringle High.
Yeah, I reckon if I seen her face, I think I reckon the last name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, so I pretty much found out about it from her. I never knew who she was, but I saw that she was like, I followed her, and I saw she was like talking about it. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And at the time, I was so obsessed trying to make money online. Like I had been looking for a while.
Yeah.
Like my whole story is like, I pretty much hated school.
Bro,
got myself
tell it,
into
bro. Tell it.
Yeah,
We've got
yeah.
all day.
So-
Tell it.
Fuck. So in school, I went to Marta.
Yeah.
So I went to a private school, but we grew up pretty poor. Like my mum pretty much spent all her money to send me to this school.
Yeah.
And I was just fucking around. I never took it serious. I knew it wasn't for me. And then from there, like when I was 16, mum was kind of like, what are you doing? Like I was barely passing my classes. Like the classes I did pass, bro, I dead set would ask someone from my class. I'd be like, yo, bro, let me review your assignment. I'd take their assignment, copy the whole thing. This is before ChatGPT was out, and chuck it in Rewordify. Wouldn't even like read it and just submit it. And I did that with every class, and I did pass like maybe 2, but every other class, bro, I failed. And it wasn't because I was like some special ed fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I had no urgency. I always knew that like I didn't want a career that university could give me.
Yeah, like
So-
knew you were made for more, bro.
Both
Yeah,
of
bro.
us are the exact same. Both of us left school. Like I.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah.
I
Like,
was out of school when I was 15.
I,
dude.
I left when I was
Damn.
16. I was like, bro, I'm like, I don't need university. Like, I know I'm good at music. I don't want to do that. And then I got a job being a videographer as well. I know that kind of like mesh together. So both, and he was a tradie, but then like writing on the side. So it was like, we're both very anti the box kind of like,
Same, bro.
yeah.
But for me, I had no idea what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And like the tradition here is, if you don't want to go to school, you don't want to go to uni, go get a trade.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I grew up in Cowra, bro. Same.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same everywhere in Australia.
Yeah.
You're a dumb fuck, go work with your hands.
Yeah.
Mm.
And so that's what I did. Got myself an apprenticeship in carpentry.
Yeah.
Did that for like, I was doing it for like 6 months, and then I kind of lost my job because of like COVID. Then I picked up my apprenticeship again. So there was a long period where I was like bouncing in between different jobs. But I probably worked in construction for like 2-3 years
Yeah.
of my life. And the whole time I knew, fuck this, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't mind the work, but for the most part, like, I don't know. A big thing for me was I didn't like the people I was working with. And it was because I knew I was meant for more, but everyone I worked with was they were on the punt, they were drinking,
Yeah.
like doing drugs. Like it's like that's not who I wanted to be.
Bro, yeah.
But like
Right there.
I'm a firm believer in like who you surround yourself with is who you're gonna become.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was already going down a bad path. And
How so? Talk about that.
well, fuck, bro. I don't know. I was never big on like going out and smoking, drinking, whatever.
Yeah.
But then the longer I was working with these guys, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, like would you go out on the weekend? I'm like, nah. And then later down the track, I'm like hanging out with them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, that was so good, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's just...
But then I'm like, like spending my whole weekly paycheck, you know,
Yeah.
I'm getting pissed.
Bro.
yeah, getting on the fucking piss.
Yeah,
like,
bro,
it's
you're
like,
so similar to us too. Like neither of us we both hate going out. We both, like neither of us drink. We smoke cigars. That's about it.
Nah, well that's acceptable.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
acceptable. But like vaping,
Nah, stuff
I've
that.
never done that,
It's
eh?
disgusting.
nah.
Never.
Yeah, nah. For me, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I never like we never really grew up with much money. I've always wanted to give back to my mum, and like, dude, oh fuck, like dead set. I always wanted to make good money, and I'm sitting here doing this apprenticeship. I'm getting paid $11 an hour, and everyone around me is telling me, oh, bro, you just got to stick with it. Like, you'll be on the big bucks soon.
Yeah.
But the guys I was working with were getting paid $27 an hour, and they've been in the industry for fucking 10, 15 years.
Yeah. It's
I'm like,
crazy.
I'm working fucking 4 years, getting paid shit money just to get paid
Yeah.
shit money as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like $27 an hour is so bad.
Yeah.
And I was getting paid more at the servo.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 'cause
Really?
I was doing I was doing that job because I was getting paid so little.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wait, you were working construction at the same time?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So, for
So-
me, man, like I've always wanted to make more money, and I just knew the goals that I want in this life I can't achieve working in construction.
Okay, so where was that change? Like, where was the like? Okay, it sounds like from like young, you know that like, okay, this isn't for me. Like, I don't want to do the normal thing, and so it sounds like you're, like I feel like both of us grew up kind of that way anyway. Like whether we were raised that way, I think I was probably like more than you were. So, but you were just naturally that way anyway. But where was that shift of like, okay, nah, you're actually going to take action to get out of? what you're
Yeah,
in?
take action. See, I feel like I realized that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But in terms of taking action, it would have been roughly this time last year.
Right.
Maybe like September.
Mm.
I pretty much hit a breaking point, and I was like, "Fuck this, bro."
What was the breaking point?
The breaking point was just like I was waking up every day. I was in an endless cycle. Like it just every day felt the fucking same.
Yeah.
Another brick in the wall, eh?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And like the longer that I stayed in this job, I just knew it wouldn't get better.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I literally was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna pack my things and just move out of home," because I couldn't leave my apprenticeship and live at home because Mum was like, "Well, if you're not doing anything with your career, I can't let you live with me." Like
Yeah.
she's basically trying to give me that push that I
Yeah.
don't become a fucking bum,
Yeah.
pretty much. So I was like, "Fuck." She was like, "If you leave your apprenticeship, I'm sending you to the army unless you find a new one."
Dang.
So I was like, fuck. And I moved to Canberra with some mates, which happened like coincidentally. Like, fuck. They were like, "Oh, yeah, we're going to move up to Canberra for uni." And I was like, "Oh, sweet. Like, I'll just tag along." And then, I'd been living there for about a year. And that was where I had no plan. I had no idea what I was going to do. I was just like, fuck it, bro. I'm just going to figure it out.
Yeah, for real.
And it's taken me a really long time to actually find out what I wanted to do with myself. But I feel like now all that time and effort that I've been putting into learning all these different like businesses and stuff, it's all compounded into like, dude, the month before last month, I was so broke. I had negative fucking $18 in my bank account. This last month, I made 12 grand.
That's crazy.
So I went from being broke that whole year to now making like that big of a difference in such little time.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
it's crazy.
I feel like all the stuff that you've been working towards and you've been building is like you said, compounded. Like you're learning about these different business models and all that kind of stuff. What about the longevity of like the drop shipping industry? Because like the digital drop shipping industry, because the drop shipping industry kind of just everyone and their mum did it, and now like it's crap money. Like, what do you think about
I think
that?
it is shit money. Like, there's definitely a lot of a lot of new businesses that are becoming successful. But yeah, like you said, it's a lot harder to get into now.
Yeah.
In terms of longevity, this is why I post content, is
Right.
because I think personal brand is the most fucking long-term business you can get yourself into, because you're turning your personality into a business.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get someone to like you and you can influence an audience, bro, you can sell
That's literally what
fucking anything.
JT Fox talks about. Like,
Yeah.
that's his biggest thing. Is like, make yourself a brand and like
Literally.
align yourself with what works for your brand.
Bro,
So,
you think about like fucking, you could sell clothing, you could sell information, you could sell an e-com product, like literally could be anything. Like you think of like Logan Paul,
yeah.
when he did that like Maverick merch or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
The guy made like $1 million in a day.
Because he's a YouTube personality.
Yeah, he's got personal brand. People like him
Yeah.
Or hate him. Doesn't matter.
or hate him. It
The
doesn't
eyes
even
want
matter.
him.
Yeah.
No, it's you know what I find is really funny is so many people like on TikTok are like, oh yo, like, did you see what Speed did? Did you see what fucking Jake Paul did?
Yeah.
It's all marketing, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
just trying to get their name out there.
Yeah.
They do it so well.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like all those guys, the internet personality guys, they're on a different level with
Bro, they
brands.
make so much money.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Do you make money yet? Because you've blown up on socials, right? Like I remember I was texting you the day before you blown up, and you posted that one, and you freaking got like, it was like 20K overnight or something like that.
15K overnight.
Crazy.
Yeah, and now I'm at like 30K
Yeah.
followers.
Do you make like any money off it yet?
Not in Australia, bro.
Oh yeah, it's
cool.
Well, off Instagram.
Nah.
Nothing off Instagram. I didn't even know you could make much money off Instagram. Unless
Oh, you
start
don't.
selling stuff on there.
I don't think you make much if you actually live in a country you're like eligible to make money, but like America.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, you don't make much money.
Bro,
Over before.
I seen like some of your posts, like bro, some of the hate you get on your posts. I'm like, holy man, like some of the people are just like, bro, just full straight in the hate, and I feel like it kind of like ties into that tall poppy syndrome. That's exactly what it is. Do you feel like how do you kind of deal with that? Like, what's your experience with that like?
I just don't care, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've been posting content since the start of the year, and fuck, bro, I copped so much hate. This is well before I got any fucking views.
Yeah, I remember when it was like when you had like 3K followers, and I was in America when I was texting you, and like you had like a couple of videos that popped up a bit, but you like your whole account wasn't crazy, and I was just like, I'd seen the comments, I'm like, this guy's getting slandered in the comments.
bro.
I'm like, oh,
What were they saying?
Oh, soft hands,
Yeah,
toughen up, princess.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
like can't stick it in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But like, I would say that's a big reason I blew up so quickly.
yeah,
You got to have that mix of like, if you're controversial, then you'll have that mix of people who agree with you and people that disagree, and then that's like the perfect.
yeah.
Yeah, because people are going to talk about it.
Exactly.
If you can strike a
think about-
conversation, you'll be good.
You think about Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
And how big he got, how quickly he got that as well.
Yeah,
It was
whether
all
you
'cause
love
of
him
what
or
he was
hate him,
saying.
but it's people that hate him that also blew up and made the people that love him. more.
Exactly. But look at him now. He's chilling. Like,
Yeah,
he's not as big as what he was, but fuck, he made a lot of money from that.
yeah, legit. Yeah,
So much money.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Ridiculous, eh?
So it's like, I don't know, like, because even well before I had like 3,000 followers on Instagram, holy cunt, bro. I was doing TikTok first. I had a couple hundred followers, and I
Yeah.
copped so much hate from everyone that I knew.
Really?
Yeah.
Who from
What's
people
that
you
like,
knew?
man? I feel
Yeah.
like copying hate from people
Yeah, I
you
feel like
know
that's
is
different.
way harder than just
is.
some keyboard warrior.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, it is. But I don't know. The more I did it, the more I realized,
They're just gonna be stuck in the same thing.
Did you lose friends from doing this?
fuck yeah, bro.
Really?
So many friends. Dude, I right now, like in terms of my like circle, a lot of the people that I work with is who I talk to the most. But
Yeah.
I went from like having heaps of friends to like having two.
Yeah.
One still lives in Wagga now. One of them was one of the boys I was living with in Canberra. That was it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Where?
every time I'd go to like Wagga to come visit or some shit, I just cop so much shit.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
From like people that went to school with you on that.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. But like, the thing is, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big thing is like, you'll never, it sounds so corny and cliche, but it's like, you'll never meet a hater that's doing better than you.
Yeah. It is true.
Dude, I'm not going to say who, but there was this one guy that was chatting shit about me to my face about what I was doing or what I was trying. This is well before I saw any success.
Yeah.
And the guy, since I had seen him, he put on 10 kilos and he was unemployed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Fuck, what do you mean? You're
Yeah.
chatting shit about me. I'm trying.
Yeah.
How you gonna hate on someone for trying?
I think that's like, I think my experience is a little bit different because I like even since I like came out of like year 6, I've always known what I wanted to do. So I've always like, people have always, if people became friends with me, they knew what I was going to do. I feel like it's very different. And like, cause I've always been outside the box. I've always been like, I wouldn't say, I've always been looked at as the weird kid. That's not true. But I think it's just like, I'm doing something different and people think that's odd, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a very different experience to what you've had because you've done the normal thing and you got out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that like losing that many friends is like, damn, that's like, I don't know, that would suck. But you're very similar in like we have small circles. It's the same thing. Like, I think we've talked about it. You haven't really experienced like tall poppy syndrome as much as I have.
because I'm in a sport, dude.
I feel like
so it's
people
like-
that's in the sport,
Because it's more like people can wrap their head around.
yeah,
People can wrap their head around sport.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, like I've raced for Australia. I've gone overseas. I go overseas for 6 months a year to race World Cups. It's like, oh, you're doing something really cool, like worthwhile.
Yeah, exactly.
and
But-
people can see the progression.
People can see it. It's like, oh, you're wearing an Australian jersey. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're a freak. But then it's like, in the stage of where I walked out of TAFE and quit, it was like, everyone's like, you dickhead, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But it's not, it's like that bridge. It's like everyone thinks you're so stupid in this bridge. And then you cross the bridge. It's like, oh, you're a freak. You're naturally talented.
Fucking oath,
Oh,
yeah.
you're a gun.
Yeah.
But then this bridge you're in, you're like an idiot.
Yeah. But I reckon the truth is that you're doing what they wish they could do. They just don't have the balls to fucking do.
That's what I think. Cause like, so in a similar sense, like this year, bro, I like got screwed over by this big. I was supposed to move to Dubai. Like.
Oh, really?
I had a contract. I was supposed to like get the contract, and someone screwed me. That was like I was friends with. Someone screwed me
Wow,
over.
really? Yeah.
And so then I'd cancelled like 10 to 15 grand's worth of income.
Wow.
For like it was like 2 months. I was supposed to live over there for 6 months, and I'd cancelled like 3 months up until when I was supposed to move there. And I was like, sweet, I'll live with my parents for a month in Melbourne because they just moved, and then I'll go. Bro, got canned, all my income gone. I was just like, bro, what do I even do? And then like everyone was like, oh, Isaac, like you just like I was legit a bum. I was like,
Yeah.
and so I was just like, oh damn. I'm like there's some things like I still was doing stuff and I was still trying, but bro, I was just like I was broke, and I was like, it was like, and then I finally like figured out that I was just had that victim mindset, you know. It's
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
like, oh, I've lost because I've talked about it on the podcast. I lost my nan like at the same time, and then like a bunch of other stuff as well. And so I'm like, oh, I've lost so much, but I just started to believe that myself, and I was like,
Yeah.
bro, I was listening to some preach, and I was like, and he just was like he was just talking about like you got to lose a mindset, and he's like,
Yeah.
you're gonna lose, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, bro, and then it's just like flick the switch again, because I've always been like I'm about that winning mindset, but it's just like sometimes you need to remind yourself, you know. It's like you're talking about that bridge, and then I got this Mexico opportunity. I'm like, bro, and then people are like, wow, you were in Mexico and US, like that's so cool. I'm like, yeah, but it's like everyone was like, bro, I was such a bum, you know.
Bro, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, 100.
That happened for you to realize, oh shit, I need to lock the fuck. Well,
Yeah.
you had to do this instead of whatever.
Yeah, legit.
Everything. The same thing happened with me. Was like, I think when I was posting content before, because I was doing it before, like I had a big break in between, and I was convincing myself that I didn't care about what people thought of me, but then what I realized was, fuck, I actually do.
Yeah.
Yeah. for
Like I'm
sure.
like seeing messages and I'm pretending it wasn't getting to me, but it was.
Right.
That sort of shit.
What kind of like, what
Yeah,
was
what do you
getting
mean?
to you, and what kind of messages were getting to you?
Oh, just like, what are you doing? You're an idiot. Like, you look like you've gone crazy. Like,
Yeah.
lost your mind.
Yeah.
That sort of shit. Like, people just saying I was delusional.
Yeah.
And it does kind of get to you because it's like, well, fuck, I'm the only one that I know is doing this.
Mm.
Maybe I am fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's I get that feeling, because I especially like, so, right, so like I just had a tour, right, and like I was just on tour, and bro, like the first show, it was just like it was just so dead, and I was like, bro, am I like the people just don't care, and I just got into this pattern of like, am I like actually crazy? Do I think I'm better than I actually am?
Yeah.
I was like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I had to come to that realization that it doesn't matter. I just got to keep working. It's just
Yeah.
like part of the journey. It's part of the process.
Bro, God will test you and then he'll bless you.
Yeah.
100%. He'll put you through the fucking struggles.
Yeah.
See how bad you actually want it.
Yeah.
And then boom, all that shit will pay off. 100%.
How's faith impacted your?
Massive, bro. Like, dude, the struggle that I went through, like, I'm not gonna say I was like fucking in the projects, but I had no money. I had no money. I was like, I basically lost my business. That I had left my job initially at the start of the year. So
Is that dropshipping, digital dropshipping business?
it was an agency.
What's
for
the
mine.
difference between it? What do you mean?
Like
agency?
I had my own
Marketing
social
agency.
media management.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Copy.
Yeah. Basically, when I moved, so I left my apprenticeship. I needed to get a job so I could actually move to Canberra. So I worked at Aldi
Yeah.
supermarket for about 4 months, and the main goal was just leave that job ASAP. So I had a fucking agency. It's making me a bit of money. Like I had a couple clients that were paying me a retainer, and I was like, "Fuck it, let me just leave." I was doing that, and that pretty much just fell to bits. Like as it happened, like
Why did it fall to bits?
pretty much like I had a disagreement with one of the clients. They didn't want to fucking pay me, and I was like, "Oh fuck, what do I do?" And then I lost him. Like I was trying my best. Like it was really just the fact that I'd never done this before.
Right.
So I should have been more precautious with how I was, getting money from him and stuff. I should have had them sign a proper contract and stuff like that.
Yeah, like an actual retainer
Yeah.
contract.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to do this and you're going to pay me this in this
Exactly.
time. Yeah.
Exactly. But I don't know, I was stupid. So I lost.
So what, you did all the work for me? He's like, nah, not a fan, not paying.
No, I had already like been paid from him before, but he just kind of decided, I can do this myself.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, what do I do? And so I had a bit of money saved. And that's when I kind of was like, I really didn't want to go back to a job. My ego wouldn't fucking let me.
Yeah.
And that's when I started to realize, okay, I actually care about what people thought of me. Because I was posting on TikTok before, documenting my journey.
Yeah, I remember that. I followed.
It's
you
how
on
I'm going to go
TikTok
from
then.
Aldi to fucking
Yeah, I remember
making money
that.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I followed you on Instagram then. I followed you on TikTok.
Yeah, I wasn't posting. Like, see, I didn't care what people thought of me, but I wasn't posting on Insta because I knew more people would see it.
True.
I was trying to convince myself. But anyway,
Yeah.
I went from leaving my job at Aldi, making money online, everything was going well, and my ego would not let me say, all right, I got to go back to a job. And so that's when I fucking pretty much, I had quite a bit of savings. I was like, fuck it, let me just start some business and make it work. So I got into like drop shipping, I got into fucking YouTube automation, I got into like a bunch of different things, spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically blew all my savings. I was going through a real rough period. Then I get in this insurance fucking...
I've seen that.
Bro, it was fuck. So,
What happened? What happened?
long story short, during this entire period, I'm like not fucking sleeping, bro. I'm like struggling to fucking... Like, because I'm just stressed the fuck out. One morning, I'm driving and this fucking woman in front of me, God bless her, there's like a giveaway and there's cars coming obviously this way, but there was no cars coming. So she fucking starts driving off. She stops out of nowhere halfway on the giveaway.
No.
And I'm looking to my right while I'm driving. Because anytime I see a car start to take off, I'm like, all right, we're all sweet. I'm looking to my right to see if there's any cars coming my way so I can just take off right away as well. She fucking randomly stops halfway on the giveaway, so we get into a little bit of an accident. I would
hit a lady.
I hit a lady. I get in a bit of accident. I fucking hit her. I would have hit her at like fucking 10, 15 kilometers. Max.
Not like a Boots 80k dropper.
10, 15 right into it. Nah. Yeah, I was like, what?
Just a little fender bender, eh?
Yeah, a bit of fender bender. And then we pull over to the side. She's crying, bawling her eyes out. I'm like, dude.
How old is he?
Don't say 80. Don't say
No. She was young. She would have been like 30.
Yeah.
So she was just... So what happened? She was just balling, got the insurance details, drove off. What was the issue with the insurance company?
Okay, so keep in mind, I also didn't have insurance like a dickhead.
Did you just have third
My insurance
party?
just ran out.
Was it in third party?
I had
or like
third party
nothing?
injury, which I actually thought covered vehicle and injury.
Oh wait. You hit a lady, She
No,
was
I didn't hit an
outside the
actual
car.
lady. I hit a car.
No,
Oh.
she hit the car.
Oh, I'm tripping out. I thought
No,
you
I
meant
was.
you just
no,
smacked
no,
into a
no. I
lady.
did not hit a lady.
Okay, I was gonna say. I was
I hit
like,
a lady's car.
bro, I'm just imagining you smacking this lady over.
No, fender bender.
Yeah,
Fender bender,
Yeah,
yeah.
I said, yeah, I don't know.
No, I hit a car. I hit a car.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're like injury. What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, bro, you just hit a lady.
I thought compulsory third party does the other
Nah.
car.
Yeah. But
I thought
it's-
that too.
No, it's you
I
get that
fucking-
on top. I thought that's what it used to be, but then they changed it.
They changed it the
Yeah.
fucking day that can't. They changed it dead set a week after I renewed my insurance.
That's crazy.
So I was like, I didn't even think about it. I was like, oh, I got insurance. I'm fucking sweet.
Yeah.
And then I figured it out. I didn't have it. I was shitting myself. I was like, it's not going to be much. It was a fucking fender bender. I can show you a photo if I can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
crack it
the
open.
car.
Send it to me. I'll put it in a reel, dude.
Facts.
Bro, I'm just here thinking, bro, you just hit a lady.
Bro thinks her hips out. Oh, frick, I'm probably not insured then, eh?
Yeah, you need to get on.
You'll have to fucking,
It's like $500.
you'll have to blur out the
The plate, yeah.
the play, but like,
I'll get your number and you can send it to me after.
bet.
It's
That's
barely
all it was.
nothing.
Nothing, right?
Yeah, next to nothing.
Yeah.
Poor lady. Cream peas. 30. Imagine being 30 on
You should
your
have seen the
cream
lady.
peas.
She was fucking. Nah, yeah, bro. Fucking, I was in my head. I was like, oh, it'll be like 2K max. Like it might be like excess fee or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I get called by Amy, her insurance company, like 4 months later. Like I didn't even think they were gonna like claim anything because one, it was small. Two, it'd been ages since they contacted me.
Yeah.
They called me and they're like, yo, are you fucking making a claim or what? And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, well, I mean, she's claiming that it's a write-off.
What?
And I was
the
like,
car's a write-off.
yeah. And I was like, fucking what? And they're like, yeah, it's going to be like 12 grand. And I was like, what the actual fuck? So I'm like stressing the fuck out. I'm like, well, can I get like a second opinion? Like what's going on? They're like, yeah. We're going to finalize the details. We'll send it over to you in an email. All sweet.
So this 12 grand's meant to come out of your pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're uninsured.
exactly. So they take fucking forever to send me the info. I'm calling them. They're like, yeah, it's on its way. It'd been like nearly 2 months since they called me.
Right, so 6 months later. Yeah.
6 months later, they go, yo, so we've sold the car. You owe us 12 grand. I'm like, well, I didn't even get to look at it. And they're like, oh, well, we've got photos if you want to look. And I'm like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to get a second opinion with photos?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, you can get a mechanic to look at the photos. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
How the fuck does that work?
Yeah, that's
But they've already sold it to a wreckers in Sydney. So I'm in Canberra. So like a few hours away. What I think is that they sold it to Sydney so then I can't look at it.
Yeah.
So she can get a 12 grand insurance
Get her
payout.
12 grand. So
It's not even insurance
And then
pay.
you
It's
just
you're
couldn't do-
paying her.
well, I'm paying her. So I got myself 12K into debt. I basically spending all my fucking
How'd you-
savings.
Yeah, how'd you get the 12 grand? How'd you get that?
Oh, I'm still paying it off to this day. It's like on a fucking, I'm paying it off over like every week.
Yeah. Like on a
So-
payment plan.
On a payment plan, that's it.
Can you pay it off faster?
Yeah, I can. I will now. But I got myself into more debt. But
Bro, keep going. This story's good.
oh, bro. And then
The debt story. It's the climb back for Hudson Ball,
it
dude.
is. It is.
Coming out of debt.
I'm still in debt to this day, but fuck, like I'm on track to paying it off like
Yeah.
next month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
So I was like 25K in a debt in total. But anyway,
Oh,
How'd you get another
bro,
12 and a half?
bro.
fuck, bro. So yeah, so I'm spending all my fucking savings. Then I get myself 10K into debt, which I didn't know it was going to be by then. But then, so I had a business that was actually going all right.
Yeah.
That I started after the agency, and I was like, oh, chill.
What was it?
It was drop shipping. I was literally selling. It was
Isn't there
e-com,
lots
I
of
should say.
overheads in drop shipping?
There's so many, bro. It's actually not worth like starting unless you're like super passionate about it. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're gonna do the cigar thing.
Yeah, well, I was talking to you about it. I was like, look, I'm just looking into what it would be like to, like, a different business models for a cigar business. And it was just like, I was like, nah, drop shipping ain't it. I was like, I didn't think it would be, but anyway, yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Yeah. The point is like the profit margins are so fucking low. When I was selling these shirts, which was literally like, it was so stupid. It was like these meme shirts, if you want to call it. Like
Oh, no.
one just said like, I love foot jobs. And then I'd literally do like a shirt of like, I love something and I do like heaps of them, and they're in black and white, and I was selling them, and they were making some pretty good money. So I was like, oh, fucking sweet, like I'll just scale this, I'll do all right, and then basically that went to fucking shit, and then by the time
Is that just because people stopped buying the shirts?
it was kind of just like, if I wanted to scale, I'd have to probably put my face in it and like start wearing it or something.
Yeah.
Like, you think of like organic ads for something like that. One of them that I did was, you go to like an op shop and you look at all the shirts and you go, holy fuck, look at this shirt.
Yeah.
I love foot jump. What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Let me buy that.
Yeah, but then like you got to put your face in.
Yeah. Like the only way I could make it better is if I put my face in.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck, look at this shirt.
Yeah.
Branded that.
What kind of numbers were you doing with that?
Fuck all. Like, I don't know. I was probably making like 3,000 profit a month.
That's not too bad.
That's not too bad, but like,
How much work are you putting in?
not much.
Real?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because it was Printify.
Yeah. Well, how did it flop then?
Because I didn't want to put my fucking face in it and shit.
Yeah, but can you not just keep it at the $3,000 a month?
It wasn't like, unless I paid. I was doing organic, right? Unless I paid for ads or like, I don't know. It just wasn't making me that much money. And then I kind of got to the point where I was like, I don't know. I actually just started losing more sales.
Right.
Yeah,
Fuck,
it
I don't
just
know what
dropped
to do.
off.
Yeah. I needed to find a way basically to fucking market it better.
Right.
But there was no way I was going to like do anything more than what I was doing.
Yeah.
So, from that point on, I lost basically all my money. Then that hit me out of fucking nowhere. Boom, you're 10K in debt. So I lost all my savings, 10K in debt now. And fuck, at that point, I was probably at the lowest of my life. Because I was doing content, I lost basically all my mates as well.
Yeah.
So I was all alone.
Yeah.
And that's when going back to, I know this is a really long segue to how it's testing my faith, but that's when I really like started praying and stuff a lot more. Because like, fuck, bro, like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like I'm at rock bottom essentially. And that's when I started fucking door dashing just to make money.
Yeah.
And it was so cooked, bro.
Door dashing.
Yeah, bro. Like I door dash dead set. There was a few weekends where I was not gonna be able to afford my rent, so I door dash for like 16 hours straight.
That's crazy. The hustle's crazy.
Bro, it was
cool.
cool. I mean, I had to fucking
rate
make my
that,
rent.
Yeah, I rate that.
I had to.
Yeah.
What was I gonna do?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Is
bro.
DoorDash like hourly rate? How does
No,
DoorDash
it's
get paid?
It's based on like the order amount, so how much the order was, and then how far away it was. So say it was like,
Oh, so if you could ride your bike quicker,
you drive.
with a
Just
drive
drive,
there
yeah.
quicker with a bigger order, it's more.
but you know, you'd get fucked over by like delayed orders and like,
Yeah.
you know,
Other door dashes, surely.
yeah, other door, like stuff like that. Like you might get like $10 for like an order that will take maybe like 20 minutes, but then you might get like an order that's like $5, and then you're sitting there waiting for them to make it,
Yeah.
and they were meant to make it fucking 20 minutes ago,
Yeah.
and then you just cooked, bro. Like, you're like,
That's a mad
what the fuck am I
stitch.
doing? I'm waiting for a $5 order, and then you're sitting there for 30 minutes, and then you still got to deliver it, and then it's
Yeah,
pretty
that's a
shit.
huge stitch up.
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah, bro. So yeah, I was doing that basically just to get by, and then pretty much like I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I wanted to get into online business. I just wasn't sure what, and I feel like my biggest issue was I was getting into all these businesses, but I didn't know what I was actually doing. So what I did was I ended up getting myself a mentor to actually be like, yo, like this is where you're fucking up. And I went into digital dropshipping because it seemed like the most unsaturated thing to get into.
Yeah.
Did that, got myself a mentor. That's why I got in so much debt, because I was pretty much like, all right, I have no money. How can I fucking actually learn something that'll make me more money? Like, I don't want to get a regular job again,
Yeah.
which I ended up having to do.
Yeah.
So I should have said that as well. I was at such a low point, and I was door dashing, and door dashing wasn't getting me by, so I had to get a job back into construction. And when I first left my apprenticeship, I swore to myself I wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
And that's when I really hit my low, because I was like, fuck, I'm back where I didn't want to be.
That was only like 2 months ago, right?
That was 2 months ago, bro. I left my construction job like a bit over 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I literally went back to my construction job where I left. I literally fucking moved to Canberra
Yeah.
because I didn't want to do it anymore. And I had to go back and had no money, had nothing. And fuck, bro, I was so depressed. And from there, I basically spent all the money I was making on either my bills, paying off my debt, and then on this mentor so I got to learn the skills and get into digital dropshipping.
And did you get that mentor from? And how did you get in contact with your mentor?
That's where I came across like an ad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I went from there. It wasn't an ad. It was like, sorry, it was Nat, I should say, but they do the ads.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Natalie that I fucking was talking about earlier.
So you pay for his mentorship, and then do you got to pay him a percentage of what you earn, or you just pay
Nah,
like a
nah,
flat
nah.
rate?
I just paid the flat rate, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, got myself into it. Was pretty expensive. And then I had a few other things I had to
How
pay off top.
spenny was it? Because we've gone from 12 grand debt to 25.
Yeah.
Is the whole amount?
No,
the
it
mentor?
was like, it was a few grand, but like I had to borrow money and shit as well. Cause
Yeah.
I'm fucking that broke. But I was never going to borrow from my mum.
Yeah.
I just was like, there's no way I'll ever borrow from my mum. So I was borrowing from other mates and shit. And yeah, caught myself some pretty hefty debt.
Yeah. Damn.
And yeah, dude. Because it was like interest as well. Like I wasn't just how much it was. Like I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I need money. I'll pay you extra so I can have it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why I got myself in such a big debt. But I've paid that all off now.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So like, yeah, fuck. I made 12K in a month, but pretty much all that shit went to paying off debt.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I mean, that's like.
But
half
you
the
know
re-
you can make that 12 grand a month again, you know?
Yeah.
Well, fuck, I'll make 25K this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. That's what literally our podcast is called, Before the Blow Up. It's like,
Yeah.
this is like why we interview people, is like talking about what happened before you started. And it's like, we try to get
That's
people.
a cool ass. Oh shit, that's a cool ass name.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's like we just try and get people that are either blown up in the industry or like right on the edge. Because
On
we
the
feel like
brink.
we're both kind of like, we're just there. And we just want to like,
I'd say that too. For sure.
yeah. And so, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And then yeah, going back to like my faith with God, I was just like praying. I'm like, this is your plan is perfect. You know, I just gotta be patient, and my time will come.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yeah.
God was just testing me the whole time.
So you start getting friends back now that you're making money?
Nope.
Have you found that?
Well, if I would, then they
Yeah.
Fake
what does that
friends?
show me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
They want to come back now because
Yeah,
I got
yeah, yeah.
like
'Cause you got money?
doing well for myself. No.
No, well, that's the thing. Because when I seen there was,
Do you forgive them, but?
Oh well, yeah. I don't like say
Hold
I've got
grudges?
enemies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
hold grudges. Yeah.
well, that's the thing. So for me, like, when I seen your content, I was like, bro, there's someone else in Wagga that thinks like me. I'm like, that was so shocking. You and
Really?
Liam Burns.
Burnsy, yeah.
I don't.
Bro, I'm getting Burnsy on board. Like,
Yeah.
he's.
Well, I
getting on my
seen
shit as
your,
well.
I seen his content first, and I followed him, and then yours came up, and I was like, bro, there's two people in Wagga. Like, I think I played basketball with Liam like one season or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, there's people in Wagga that actually think outside of just the normal.
bro.
I was just like, bro, this is why I need to follow these.
That's
people.
why I had to move away from Wagga, bro.
Yeah.
So many closed-minded people, especially because I live in Coolman.
Yeah.
Holy cunt. It's either be a farmer or get yourself a trade.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
it. Any of this online shit is like foreign as fuck to them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I was just so shocked. I was like, bro, I swear I know this dude. I swear I'd like seen him at the petrol station.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
This guy's from Wagga, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then I was like, damn. I was like, it's good. It's not like, I feel like it's hard to find people that think the same way as like us three do. Or, yeah, we got like a few other friends that think that way, but it's like so hard to come across. And it's like that tight circles. Like we have, I have a really small circle. Like
Yeah.
me, Josh, and like two or three other people that I'm like really close to.
Yeah, bro.
And it's just like, that's what it is.
Dude, going on to like friends, like I don't care about. I feel like when you're growing up, you become friends with people that you have similar interests with, or you went to school with.
Yeah.
And you like, I don't know.
And everyone's similar interest is school.
Yeah, literally, right? So then when you move on, you're out of school, you're doing your own thing, you kind of realize, well, fuck, am I really friends with these people?
Yeah.
Do I really care? And this is where I'm like, I don't give a fuck if I'm not friends with anyone in Wagga, because now I got mates that have bigger goals than mine, and that pushes me forward.
100%.
I only want to surround myself around people that are better than me.
Yeah.
Not some cunt that is gained 10 kilos, vapes, he's fucking unemployed. Why would I care about his opinion?
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why do you think you're, like coming from Coolman, where everyone's a farmer and a tradie, why do you think you're the only one that's open?
'Cause I didn't grow up in Coolman.
No?
No.
So why do you think you're open-minded compared to everyone else? Like you're an outlier in your surroundings.
Basically, yeah.
Why do you think you're an outlier?
Because bro, like the amount of times I'd be on smoker and I scroll on my phone and I see these fucking kids that are younger than me driving Lambos and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, there has to be a fucking way.
Mm.
There has to be a way.
Yeah.
You see Andrew Tate as well. Like he was like poor. Like he literally lived in poverty.
Yeah.
There has to be a fucking way. Money isn't real, bro. Like, once you realize, like, how you can fucking, like... There's just no point in working a regular job,
Yeah.
is what I realize. I make more money than my mum now, and she's been working that job for fucking, like, 5+ years.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that stupid?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, for me, I have my own business. Like, I feel like right now I'm a season of my life where I'm like, I have a lot of things I need to pay for. Like, there's a lot of big expenses coming up, and I'm like, bro, I need to find a way to pay for this. But I'm like, I'm not gonna get a job. Just need to figure out the answer in my business and just be able to scale it to another level. So that's like partly why I got a manager. I'm like, bro, just hammer with gigs
You got a
and
manager.
high
That's
quality
pretty
gigs.
good.
Yeah, it's good. So
how much do you pay him?
10%. So,
Okay.
but like, I got a meeting with him this afternoon. I'm sending him the contract. So it's literally like, I've had him for like 2-3 weeks. So,
Oh, okay.
like, as soon
Has
as I
that
got-
helped you?
already? It's been
much?
like, bro, it's crazy. Like, because the thing I suck with music, I know I'm really good at writing songs. I'm really good at playing and performing, but I suck at like getting publicity in terms of like.
Yeah, like marketing.
Another thing that I suck at is like social media, bro. Like we'll talk about it later because I want to know like
Yeah,
like figure
course,
that.
course.
And but so I'm like, bro, I need help. I said to him, like, I suck at getting sync deals, publishing deals, PR like people involved, and then like when it comes to like scouting for labels. But it's always better if you approach a venue. It's like if a manager approaches a venue, then I'm like, bro, like if I'm there like in the emails, please just give me a gig or something like that. Like if my manager's like, oh, this like the artist that I manage is going on tour. We'd like to play at your venue. It's this much, and they're like, sweet. It's like it's so much more professional from their point of view to have a manager. And I'm putting like I probably shouldn't say, but so I want to run things in a way that I feel like I'm quite demanding, not in a bad way, but in just like I just know what I need, and like I want people in my corner that are like, yeah, if you say you're gonna do it, but I'm not like I'll reward you for that. So like so when we were working for these sales calls things, we were incentivized like once we get 25, or was it? No, it was 10. It was 10.
Yeah, 10. Once we got like 10.
When we signed 10 real estate agents, we got a 10K bonus. And then once we signed 25, we get a fully paid trip to anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
It was like, that was our bonuses. So it's like,
the thing was, the Brever didn't close any deals for us.
Oh.
We'd set up all these meetings, like probably what, 10 to 20 a week between each of us?
Yeah, I
a
reckon.
week.
Yeah.
And the dude would like follow up on one and like not close it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Oh well.
yeah, love him to bits, but yeah.
Good learning experience.
Yeah, it was good. It's
Taught
just,
me a lot of skills, but like cold calling, talking to
100%.
people.
Talking to people for sure.
but yeah, like just like I think incentivizing that kind of stuff is just like really handy.
Bro, incentives are so important.
Yeah.
So fucking
But
important.
yeah, as I was saying, I think that having that manager so far been like crazy. Like he's like the first meeting we had, like, okay, let's write down all the goals, and then I come back to the next meeting. And he's like, bro, I've made a spreadsheet of every one of these goals, and I've like figured out all the tasks we have to do in every single one of these. I'm like, sweet.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
it's handy as. But
Yeah, bro. I feel like it's so important to kind of buy back your time.
Yeah.
Like for you, obviously, what's going to make you the most money is putting out music. No one else can do that.
Yeah.
So why don't you pay for people to take care of the things that you don't want to do?
yeah, that's the same with producing. I hate producing, but I could produce for myself if I really, but I think I get so frustrated by it, and I'm like, I hear all the imperfections, and I'm like, I hear it still when someone else is producing for me, but not like it's so much closer to the line of perfect. Than
Yeah.
so,
No one's going to do it better than you,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair, like how you want it.
Yeah.
But at least like it won't take the enjoyment out of what you do for a
Yeah,
living.
100%.
They're doing all the hard shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro, you got to get mad.
Yeah. I think, I don't know how, like, I want to go back to this, like, faith in God stuff. Like, how, like, do you go to church and that kind of stuff? Because I feel like we're both
I
pretty
do.
committed Christians, yeah.
I do, but I haven't been going recently just because I moved back.
Yeah.
I went to a Catholic church in Canberra,
Yeah, right.
and it was pretty good.
You feel like you're pretty traditional in that sense.
Well, actually, it was because, like, I met some people in construction that, surprisingly, because, fuck, like, anytime I'd be in construction, I'd always be around the wrong type of people. I feel like I was actually around the right type of people.
Right.
Because they were like, dude, you got to come to church. Like, as if you're praying to God and you're not going to church.
Yeah.
Shit. Like, because when I first moved, and I have this problem, I reckon, with a lot of churches that I've ever tried to go to, is they're just not welcoming.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
you ever,
that's fair.
yeah, like it's like you feel like a fucking stranger
Yeah.
in the church,
Mm.
and that's like the exact opposite of what it should be, right?
Mm.
For sure.
And when I did try and go to a few in Canberra by myself, because that's when I moved away. Like I grew up Christian, but I never really cared about it that much. To be honest, it was more of like a chore.
Yeah.
But then moving out, I was kind of like, dude, I need guidance. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just have my mom, and that's really it. Like I'm my own man now.
Yeah.
So I did start praying a lot more, but I just didn't go to church because I just didn't feel right. But then when I came across these mates, and that's why I think everything happens for a reason. Like I think of all these past events that happened.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been going to church if I never met these two blokes.
Yeah. Right.
And that definitely strengthened my faith in God as well.
That's
So
good. That's
yeah, I haven't. I've been thinking about like going to a church here because there's no church in Coolman. I'm like, where do I go?
Yeah. There's
Which one do you go to?
so my parents started Generosity Church.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's I'm a pastor's kid.
Yeah.
Both of us are actually, but so my parents started that one, but like so my parents basically probably like 2 years ago they like stepped down from being a pastor because my dad had some health issues, and then they just felt like, oh look, it's probably like it's time for a different season in our life, moved to Melbourne, and so like it's that church is there. There's also like some Together Church, but they're more Pentecostal. They're not traditional. Like they've got traditional values, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about like, oh, should I be Catholic? Should I be Pentecostal? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Bro, it's not about what you should be.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
relationship.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
It's like
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I did get told by a Catholic. He was like, oh, you have to go. Like it's how it's meant to be.
Having to go to church.
But having to go to a Catholic church.
Oh, right. If you're Catholic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like for me, like I think there's some things that I just don't agree with Catholicism. And I think, but there's things I
Like
disagree
what?
with. I don't think like they worship Mary. I don't
Yeah.
think that's
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, like nah.
Yeah.
And purgatory or whatever. I don't believe in that either. So like there's a few things I disagree with. I think that fundamentally like so I have a few friends that believe like like wherever you feel the Holy Spirit is, that's what it is. I'm like, okay, great. But long story short, yeah, I think it's just like literally that. It's just like wherever you think that fits for you. I think there's not going to be 100% you agree with everything in every church.
Of
like,
course,
the
yeah.
stuff in my church
Exactly.
I don't agree with. It's like, okay, well, you just got to pick the best of. Not like nothing's bad. Like I think it's just you just got to pick what you think fits for you best. And
Yeah.
and
sure.
like I think the things that I think about is like for me, music is a big thing for me because I like if I go to a church, I've been a part of a church because I've been like pastor's kid where it's just literally just like me on a guitar or like, and so I think now I've gone to like a bigger church and it's just like that's an important thing for me because I'm a musician as well. It's like I would get distracted if it was bad music. It sounds shallow and that's not what it's about, and it's not. But it would be distracting for me. But like I think make sure the worship and then the preach is good, but then the community is good as well. Like you say, the welcoming. I think that's important.
Yeah.
So, but
I've never been to the Generosity Church, so you go every Sunday.
not there. I don't live in Wagga anymore.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so do you just kind of float around different churches wherever you are?
Oh, so
pretty much at the moment.
so in
hey?
Melbourne, I go to Hillsong Melbourne East.
Oh yeah.
And then I go to his church, which is my girlfriend's church as well, Shore Harbour Community.
Oh,
And then
mad, yeah.
there's other one in Sydney as well.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I respect that. Like, you want the worship to be good and stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Definitely
I'm
do
not
that.
like it's not like a massive thing for me. Like, there's definitely churches where I'm like this. I think this church is better than that church in worship, but it's like it's true that that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's like what the heart is, but is what it is. I just like, yeah, I enjoy going to church and think faith is really important.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, 100%.
I think I want to talk about like your early childhood life. I want to get into that now
Okay.
if you want.
Okay.
if you're right. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
comfortable,
yeah,
if
no.
you're not,
Dude,
and
I'm
also
not-
if you have to go at any time, just
I'm an open book.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just making sure these alarms aren't going to go off. Yeah, so growing up, I'm an only child.
right.
So, how do I fucking start this?
At the beginning, bro.
At the very beginning.
Go for it.
So, mum and I and dad, we lived in Sydney. So I was born in Sydney, and we had a place. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we had a place. I won't get into the specifics of what my dad did, but pretty much we lived with them. We lived together for the first 2 years of my life.
Were your
Then
parents married then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were married. Then they got divorced, and then because Dad was from Wagga, we moved back to Wagga because Mum wanted me to have a relationship with my dad. Otherwise, I would have stayed in Sydney.
Yeah.
But yeah, we moved back to Wagga, and then I was kind of floating between both their places for a little while. And yeah, first I went to Lutheran. It was pretty good. I was doing all right in school. I was definitely like, not a retard. Getting pretty good grades. And then from there, yeah, went to Mater Dei, and that's kind of where like my relationship with my dad kind of just fell off. Like he was a present father up until the point where he got remarried, and then he like kind of felt like he pushed me away in the sense that he wanted to start this different family and like kind of restart.
It's like you just felt neglected.
Yeah, kind of like, I don't want to say my dad left me because I did live with him 50-50 for a little while, but I never had like an actual relationship with my dad.
Right.
And I think a big part of, I feel like a big part of the reason why I was living with him was because he didn't want to pay child support.
Right.
And if we were living 50-50, like he technically doesn't have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I lived with them, I just felt so disconnected, bro. Like I'd go back to his house when it was time, and I wouldn't spend any time with the family. Like he had kids with this new wife at that point, and his wife wasn't very like fond of me. So I like never had a conversation with her proper until like last year when we talked about how everything went to shit.
Really?
That was the first time we had a convo.
That's crazy.
So the whole time, like I was living with my dad, dude, I just felt like a stranger in my own house.
Did you get along with your step siblings?
Well, they were kids. Like, yes, I did spend time with them here and there.
Yeah.
But like, what have I got? Technically, like 5 half siblings.
Oh, wow. So they had a big family.
They had a big family, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't have a relationship with any of them, and they don't feel like my siblings either.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I felt like I was like a fucking.
It's hard though, bro. You'd feel like a drifter, eh?
Yeah, bro. And it was like, bro, even small things like they'd have like family photos on the wall, and I wasn't on that. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And like we'd rarely have like family dinners and stuff. I don't know. I just felt like a stranger in my own home.
Yeah.
And that during school, that like fucked with me and my anxiety a lot. Fucked with my like self-worth, and I ended up being a really quiet kid for a long time because I was really scared about like people not liking me, and I didn't want people to not like me. Like if my own dad can't like me, then I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
And like I was never close with my family either. So it's like the whole time, like I've had some relationship with my dad's side of the family, my mom's side of the family, but never much. Like we go visit them here and there, maybe once a year.
Yeah.
But, my only family, I would say to this day, is my mum and my nan before she passed away. And that was it.
Dang.
So
Did you ever talk to your dad much about like him neglecting you? Or, like
we
not having
did. We had a
time?
massive chat like a year ago. This was before I moved out. Because they were like, oh, I feel like we should have a conversation before you move away because we might not see you again.
That's so gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had like
How did that go down?
oh, dude, that was crazy. That was like a full like 3-4 hour conversation, but there was a lot to cover.
Yeah,
of
for
course.
sure.
So much to cover because we never talked before
Yeah.
about it. And I don't know, like my dad,
Was it productive or not?
it was and
Yes and no.
yes and no. Like it was cool because like my mother-in-law, technically,
Yeah.
my stepmom.
Yeah, not
Not
mother-in-law.
No, mother-in-law, sorry, my stepmom.
Mother-in-law is your married chick, dog.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, my stepmom like actually came forward and like apologized and stuff, and it seemed genuine. But then my dad, like I don't know, he just has this thing where he hates being wrong,
You're right.
and like he was basically trying to tell me why he was neglecting me, but I was like
What did he say? What was the reasons he gave?
that he didn't know,
Oh.
Right.
like that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And he was also kind of blaming it on his wife as well. I hope he doesn't see this.
Yeah.
But like, it was kind of like that. And like, anytime I try to confront him about it, I'm like, well, how do you not know?
Yeah.
Like, our relationship was never good.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude, I couldn't tell him otherwise. Like, he just, Yeah.
Do you think the relationship will ever be mended?
That's a good question. I don't think about it. Like, there's no, like, I'm not holding any grudges. I don't hold grudges with anyone.
Yeah.
But, like, for me, the relationship is so dead that I don't see the point in trying to bring it back to life.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what I mean? Look, it's hard for me to say because I want to be a Christian and I feel like I should rekindle my relationship with my dad, but I just don't think about it.
Yeah.
I don't, like, cry myself to sleep and like, oh, I miss my dad. Like, I don't, because I never had a relationship with him, so I never missed him.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like if I were to try and rekindle my relationship with my dad, it would feel like a chore.
Yeah.
But
Like,
like, do you feel like it might like not necessarily be the same as this, but you know how like it's like you almost have to restart the relationship almost, 'cause it's like it was never there. You need to build it from the ground. Like it's like, you know, when you make a new friend or something like that, like when you become mates with someone, you've got to like actually like with me and him, right? We don't have to like put effort to be mates. Well, we do in one sense, but like it's easy because we already know each other. But when you're getting to know someone, it's like you got to actually like put the effort in. And it's like it is a bit like a chore in one sense, but it's like I don't know. I think I don't know.
I get your point. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, another thing for me is like I never felt like I could be myself around my dad.
Right.
Why is that? Why wouldn't you be yourself?
Because he showed that he didn't like really want me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I like felt like I had to be someone specific. So
So he would want you.
yeah.
You think you carried that into like every other day? Like you carried that into other people liking you?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And then it's like now you've like realized that that's not.
Yeah, dude. Like this content thing, even if it didn't work out for me, or it still could not work out, right? But like it was a really big learning curve because I was like, oh, like I actually don't care about what people think of me, and I actually am so much more happy about being who I really am.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, 100%. I think that was a big reason I failed school was because I was so obsessed with like trying to be class clown or like trying to win other people's approval that I never cared about school or my career or any of that shit. So yeah, dude.
Do you find if you got like in a different group of people, you'd change your own personality to fit into that group?
Yeah, when I was in school, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It was bad.
Yeah, I feel like it sounds like it. You can tell that it's like, wow. I think we all of us have got to the point where it's just like we just don't care anymore. It's like it's just we're not gonna sacrifice what we could be or what we could, or what we think about ourselves or who we want to be for others. Like we just get to the point. It's just like it's exhausting doing that. You know?
Yeah,
it's
bro.
Like,
it's so exhausting because what you realize is like, you try and like build all these relationships with people. And I felt like I had done that pretty well.
Yeah.
And then I fucking start posting content and all these guys chatting shit about me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, these guys aren't actually my friends. Like, yeah, it's cool to hang around with them, like, have a good time.
Yeah.
But, bro, they aren't really your friends if you can't call them up and tell them you got a problem or they don't support you when you're trying to do your own thing. They're not your real friends. I would, like you asked before, like, am I friends with them now? It's like, why? They were never there for me. So, like, you know, I don't know.
Dang. That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's
But it doesn't bother me, though. That's the thing. Like, I don't really care. Like, I just don't care, bro.
Yeah.
I don't care about that shit.
I reckon. Have you got anything else you wanna?
Nah, bro, you've covered a good
Good
stuff.
Good potty.
We always do have like a finishing question. We ask every guest the same question, like a last one.
Yeah.
And always spikes up a bit of convo. But it's what's the biggest lesson you've learned throughout your entire life?
Genuinely, it is just the fact that no one cares. They're all doing their own thing. Like, they're off doing they've got their own life to care about. Why would they give a shit about what you're doing? Like, especially with social media, like, well, they see a 15-second video and they're like, oh, what's he doing?
Yeah.
But like, dude, when you scroll on your phone, do you remember the last like 10 reels you've watched?
No.
Probably not. Right?
No way.
So when people watch your shit, they're gonna go, "Oh, that's gay,"
Yeah.
and then they're just gonna move on. Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing I learned is just like, do your own thing. Like, I didn't want to follow my dreams for so long because I just cared about what other people thought of me.
Dang.
So we all fucking are gonna die. We're all gonna cark it one day.
Yeah, all going to be pushing up daisies soon enough, so just go for it, eh?
Yeah, 100%. But like, I feel like it's so hard here in like Wagga. like everyone's just so close-minded,
Yeah.
and everyone knows each other as well.
Yeah. Everyone,
So once the word gets around, bro, like it didn't take long for everyone to know and go, oh, this guy's posting content, what an idiot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say that's the biggest thing I learned this past year, especially.
Yeah.
And like, because that even like in terms of caring about what my dad thought of me, because I was always trying to I got into basketball because I wanted to impress my dad. Like that sort of shit. But like, I don't care about his opinion anymore.
Yeah.
Because it seems like he never really cared about mine,
Bro.
So yeah, I'd say that was the biggest thing I learned, bro.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
The biggest things I've learned.
Yeah, no one's asked us that before.
Yeah.
Biggest thing, bro. We always have the thing where when we ask it, the guests always takes like ages to answer it.
Yeah.
And now I see why.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Bro, biggest thing I've learned, to be honest.
I don't know, you know. Wait, I've got like a note. Let me check my notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a big question.
It's a
Yeah.
huge question. Don't settle for anything less than what you think you can achieve.
That's good. And what made you think that?
What made me think that?
And how long ago did you come to that realization?
The time when I didn't settle and got what I wanted. So, I think I can say that easily now, looking back in hindsight, because, bro, what would I? Because like when I quit my job, bro, I walked out of TAFE. So I was third year, 6 months off doing a capstone.
Wow.
And
Fuck, you were close. Yeah.
yeah, 6 months doing off my capstone.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting in class, and I just had so there's a mountain bike festival. It's not like a music festival. It's like a massive race in Australia in Thredbo. It's like 5 days, like heaps of different events. Everyone comes down, all the sponsors there. And I had like the sickest time of my life, dude. Super good.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was at the stage where I was like, before that, I was still riding and training, but I was like, I wasn't like all in on it. I was like, oh, this is something I want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, it might happen, might not happen, but I'll just see how far I can take it. Sort of like that's where I was at.
Yeah.
And then I had this killer week, and like the fire was like back in my belly. And I was just sitting in TAFE, bro. And it was like, we just come back from lunchtime. And my TAFE teacher's name was Dave. Yeah. And Dave was telling me he was saying a story, telling everyone a story of he had a musician, like a flute player or something.
Yeah.
Who was doing a trade and walked out in his third year to go study music in some Melbourne art school or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, bro, I'd never do that. I'd finish my trade, all this stuff. And then I was like, no, I could fully do that. I was like, I wasn't thinking it like do the flute player, but I was like, I could fully go and make something of myself. I was like, it's my last year to be a junior before I have to move up to like elites. Like it's my last year as a junior under 19s. I'm like, you kind of, if you want to make it like pros, like $1 million salary pros. Yeah. It's like you need to have at least 1 year in junior season to like sort of get a feel for a World Cup, like the World Cup scene and stuff. I was like, I've just got to. Yeah. I was like, I can't not do it to myself. I'm like, even if I'm like, my thought pattern was, I can come back if I screw everything up. Yeah. Like worst case scenario, worst case, I come back and do it. But then I got to the same ego problems. Like I could never come back and do this. Yeah, yeah. But I literally looked on my phone and saw in Tassie they had their state champs on, and I was like, all right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk out of class now. I'm gonna book a flight. I'm gonna go to that. If I do good, I'll quit my job. Wow. That's sort of what I was like. Yeah. It didn't quite go like that because I walked out, went to the toilet, booked the flight, walked back in and quit my job, and then went and caught the flight. Oh, fuck. So, bro, I walked back in, and we had an exam that afternoon, and I was like, Dave, dude, I've got to run. This thing's come up. Yeah. Like, I've got to go to Tassie real quick, go catch a flight. I got a race. I forgot about it, blah, blah, blah. Just went on, like, registered, did all the stuff. Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, all good, Joshy, mate. Like, I'll email you the papers. You can get it back to me next week. Like, good, we'll mark it. I was like, oh, Dave, it's all good, bro. I'm not going to need to do it, dude. Yeah. And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, bro, I'm not coming back. Like, you're not gonna see me again. I'm gonna go race for Australia. I'm gonna go make it big. And he's like, in front of the whole class, bro, was like, holy frick, like, what the hell is this guy doing? Even some of my mates from Cowra, like Lakey and a few of the other like boys that were doing the same tradie but with different companies, have come like stay together in TAFE
Yeah.
because we had to travel to Bathurst.
Yeah.
And they were like, bro, not so much Lakey, but like everyone was like, you're insane.
Yeah.
And I was just like, walked out. Dave, teacher, called me a dickhead, said I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
All this stuff. And I was like, oh, mum, like, can you come to Bathurst and bring me my bike box?
Yeah.
Gotta pack my bike. I'm going to Tassie.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, leaving too, quitting, because I'd been saving up to go do it. Like since my day dot, I was putting half my paycheck away for like 3 years. So I had a good chunk of change saved up to go do it.
Okay.
So I was kind of in a financial spot to do it anyway.
Yeah.
But like that last year, I was kind of like tapering off because I was getting a bit older. You know, kind of falling into contentment,
Of course, yeah.
falling into like a bit of contentment.
Yeah.
So then, I quit. And then luckily, bro, God works in mysterious mans, because this guy freaking happened to be driving through Bathurst because he's picking up an amp in the Blue Mountains.
Oh, that was then.
That was then.
Oh yeah.
No way.
And I was like, bro, can you give me a lift to the airport? He's like, yeah, sweet. So then gave me a lift to the airport. I was put out on the Instagram story, bro, can someone drive me from Hobart to Medina, land this time, blah, blah. Sure enough, someone hit me up, gave me a lift. I slept with one of my mates that lived there on his floor, raced, got second, and I was like, we're on.
That's
And
insane.
we're on. And then I got back, quit, moved in with one of my friends that we're going to have on soon, and we just grinded for like a month because he was going overseas too.
Yeah.
So then I got selected to race for Australia. Got selected to race, got the Fed jersey, and we just grinded for like months. The hardest grind months ever. So I moved to Jindabyne.
Oh, really?
Yeah, moved to Jindabyne, and we just grinded. And then went overseas, did the whole World Cup season, and it was gnarly. My whole World Cup season story goes insane.
Dude, that's a cool fucking story.
Bro, that's just the start. I'll send you
Yeah?
some stuff to listen to.
Okay.
I got crazy. Like
Oh,
ends
so
up
you
like,
talked about it on the podcast before?
yeah, not this one, but a few others. Like,
Yeah, of course,
I
yeah.
blew up on a few other podcasts because, like, when I like got a chance, I got like a GT deal. I got given a bike halfway through the season, and then like I saw my other bikes that gave me the opportunity to go to America to race the last 2 World Cups, America and
Yeah.
Canada from Europe.
Yeah.
And because of that, like because I saw my bike, I had enough money to do it, which I wasn't planning on doing before. But I was always said at the start, I was like, if I get a chance to go finish the World Cup season, I'm just gonna do it. And then this chance opportunity came, so I was like, just do it anyway. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't settle for anything less
Yeah,
than
of
what you
course.
think.
Yeah.
It's like, just back yourself. And don't be afraid to get into some sketchy stuff. Because when I got to America, bro, I like slept in the basement of a prostitute's house. I was like homeless on Washington, D.C. streets for like a few nights. Bro, I got taken to the race. And then I got my best result ever. I got like 26.
Wow.
And
In the world.
In the world.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's
Yeah.
funny you say that.
Go
It's
from
just-
sleeping in like the gnarliest suburb in Washington, D.C. in like a prostitute's basement to like 26 in the world at a World Cup.
Were you religious during that time period, or?
Yeah. I've always
Praying?
grown up around it. Like, definitely always grown up around it, but making my own decision was definitely like a longer process.
Yeah. Okay.
For sure. Because I definitely lived so much like, I saw the degenerate side of life and it was appealing to me. Not so much the drinking, but the girls, bro.
Yeah.
Like, to be completely honest. Like,
Yeah,
to be
well,
honest, man. Like, not so much
happen.
drinking and drugs, that wasn't appealing to me, but like the status and being able to be like sleep with girls. Like, bro, that is what was appealing.
Well, I feel like that goes through everyone's fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
career.
for sure. And that was
Teenage boy.
the appealing thing for me, but realizing that like that's just not
Yeah.
designed, it's not
pointless.
fulfilling.
Yeah.
But
It's so pointless.
yeah, for real, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say don't settle for anything less than what you think you can achieve, and then what you can achieve is unlimited if you think you can achieve it.
Yeah, of course. I love that. I love the story fucking connected to it too. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. Every single time I hear some story like that, I'm like, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
I hear shit all the time. I'm like, well, fuck. That's why it happened. Like, God has a
yeah.
plan for you. What's yours?
I feel like mine is probably don't do things out of struggle and strife, and not in sense of like I've always been a grinder. I always work, but I think it's when you're working out of a point where it goes against your convictions and what like you, not the what you believe in, but like when you know, I think I'm very like when you know in your soul that it's like taxing on your soul to that point, it's like you're working backwards. You're not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about working. It's almost like working smarter, not harder, but it's not like it's just not that. It's like it's once it gets to a point of struggle, and that doesn't mean when things get tough. That means when you're going against your convictions of like of what you believe in yourself, and your values and your principles. When it goes against that and what your values are in terms of what you want for your life, like when it goes against that, and when it goes against what God's telling you, don't do things out of that. It's that. It's don't go against.
Well, so you were put in a position where you were like, oh fuck.
It's been it's not a single situation, but I've always been like, I take things into my own hands. I take like, okay, so it's like I'll try to think of a situation. So this Dubai situation, right? For example, like I got screwed over and I'm like trying to take things into my own hands of like how I can get back at this dude that screwed me.
Oh, I see.
So like I'm like, okay, but it's not even just that. It's like all throughout my life, like I'm like working so hard. Like I'll just be working hard, but then it'd be like, okay, I just need to let go of this certain situation, not necessarily like let go of doing what I need to do, but it's just kind of like surrendering it almost like to like God's will, like what's God saying to me. That's kind of what it is. And
okay.
And so like for the Dubai situation, like, oh, I take it into my own hands. And I'm like, oh, this is how I can, because the guy basically took my money. I'm like, okay, I need to get it back somehow. And I was so broke. It was when I was in America.
Yeah.
I was so broke and I was like, man, I have no money to like do anything. And it had been a whole year like thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm sick of like not having any money. Like, and every time I would be like low on money, I'd go and try and get from this Dubai guy. And then I was just like, you know what, God, I'm just giving it to you. Like, I'm not gonna try and go for it anymore. It's taking my energy, and like I don't need it to like take all my energy out. Like I can put my energy into better things. And so then one night, I called Josh when I was in America. I was like, bro. I'm like, and then I'd seen that this guy was still alive. I thought he was dead. And bro, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, okay.
And so I was like, oh, like this guy's alive, and he messaged me. He's like, let's go find him in Sydney.
Because this guy owes a lot of people a lot of money.
Oh, really?
Like had to move from a different country.
Yeah. Anyway,
What?
but
Because he was
bro,
like gang affiliated.
Yeah.
Money.
What the fuck?
Yeah, bro,
this
it was-
guy was crazy.
It's actually crazy. It's a crazy story, but and so I was like, and then he's like, let's go. He was like, let's go find him in Sydney, and then it was like that moment. I was like so close to being like, yeah, like I'm gonna go find him. Like I know around where he lives.
We're gonna go get his money.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I know a couple of people. Anyway, and so I was like, they're so
Couple
close.
Didn't happen
people.
for legal purposes.
And so there was like that was like that split second, and I was just like, no, I gave it to God, and I told him. I was like on the phone, I'm like, bro, like, nah, I'm done with it. I'm not. The next morning, he sent me all my money. I'm like,
Fuck off.
yeah,
Really?
dead set. I was just like, bro. As soon as I
Holy
gave it off,
shit.
I'm like, damn. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
man.
was why. And then that's what like made me able to like.
Lucky we didn't go make him walk with a limp for the rest of his life.
Anyway, but it's fine. Like it's sorted kind of now. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well,
Fuck,
like
dude,
not
that's-
with him, but like everything else. Like I got my money back. It was whatever.
Yeah, bro. That's a big thing I was struggling with too. Was just like worrying about, oh fuck, am I gonna get paid? Like there was a few times when I was working in construction, I wasn't getting paid in time,
Right.
and like I got bills to pay and shit. And holy fuck.
Yeah, that's really
Stressing out.
frustrating, eh?
Yeah.
I'll send an invoice in on Tuesday. I haven't been paid yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
But-
that sort of thing. Sometimes like I've struggled with being consumed by money and that sort of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And
It's that balance of like you posted on your story today something about like selflessness and like praying for that. And,
That's something I've been struggling with recently. Is just like I was focusing on the money too much,
yeah.
and I like actually had a real shit week in terms of comms, and like I think that's why I think God's like trying to teach me a lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get too consumed in money, bro. It will
Yeah.
keep you alive.
It's like with sales, like you want to make the sale, but the whole point is that you're trying to fix their problem,
Yeah.
and like it's very easy to get too focused on, all right, I need to collect this commission,
Yeah,
rather
yeah.
than like, all right, is this guy actually a good fit?
That's
just-
what I found with when we were doing the sales calls. Like
Mm.
sometimes my selfishness gets in the way, and I'm like, I don't really care if this is a better fit for you or not. Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
like, I'm just
exactly.
trying to make the sale, bro.
Yes,
Like,
bro.
and so it's like, whereas he's better at that. He's better at like being more empathetic towards people. I'm just like, bro, I just want the sale. You know, it's like
That's probably why I'm
just
still
give me
doing
the
it.
money.
Well, yeah, I feel like I get to the point where I'm like empathetic, but then it's like, holy fuck, this call's been going on for way
yeah,
too
yeah,
long.
yeah.
There's no way I've been waiting like for an hour.
Yeah,
on this
there's a
call.
balance,
I'm not
bro.
gonna make money.
You got to
Yeah.
like make an assessment whether this person is actually worth it or not.
Yeah.
And then, but still, try and see if you can,
Yeah,
if it will be
yeah.
worth it. It's such a balancing act, I think.
Yeah.
But for me, because I'm not really selling a product,
Yeah.
I'm like buying for people.
Yeah.
I'm like using other people's money to buy things.
But you have to sell them to.
Yeah,
want
you
to
still
buy
have to
though.
like you could
Yeah.
you could undercut them so much. It's like, I know this property's worth more. That's literally what you're doing.
Yeah, no, I'm not really. I don't really undercut people. We pay pretty like good market value usually, but also they can say no.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
Yeah.
not like I'm out there like full Wolf of Wall Street trying to like undercut these dudes because I'm like half the time the people that I'm doing with they're like looking at moving for retirement homes and they may as well sell to a developer because there's no one's having to come through their home. They're not having to go for a real estate agency, so there's no real estate agent fees.
Yeah.
It's like we can do long settlements, short settlements. No one's in a hurry to settle because we already have a bunch of other developments in the process. So like a lot of the time, it's like a really straightforward, easy process for people.
Yeah.
So it's like, sure, if you want to pay a little extra to keep the process quicker, well, it's like justified. But we're pretty much on market value anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but that's sales. Like that's how you got to make money, though.
Yeah, yeah,
You want to
for sure.
like up the price a little bit for yourself.
Mm.
It's your effort. that
Well,
you're
for
putting
me,
in.
it's like you want to get it as cheap as possible. It's like opposite.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, appreciate you for coming on the pod. I reckon that's
Oh, this is great.
Bro,
That's good.
This is cool.
Hudson
Good chat.
Ball, everyone.
Thank you. For
Follow him on Instagram,
Huddy balls.
Huddy Balls.
Huddy Balls.
2 S's.
Yeah, appreciate it. Actually,
Nah,
it was
this
good.
is great.
It's a good chat.
It's the first time I've done some shit like this.
Yeah,
sweet.
it's good fun, eh?
You guys are pretty professional.
No, not really. I reckon. Sweet. All right.
Awesome, bro.
Sweet.
Thanks for
Like
coming
and
on.
subscribe and that.
Or just do
What
what
do
you
you
want.
upload on YouTube?
YouTube,
YouTube,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Whatever.
everything.
really? Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
And you like, because I saw obviously you have somewhat of an Instagram. How do you go about like cutting up the clips and shit?
Well,
That's my job, dog.
I cut the main videos and I cut a trailer and then he'll cut the.
I'll just do
reels.
the reels.
But we can because I know you like heaps of content.
We can collaborate with you, bro.
But we can also I can send you the whole thing so you can just cut whatever reels you want.
Okay.
To.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
if you
thought
want
cool.
that would be good for you anyway.
Yeah.
Easy.
100%.
But yeah,
Easy.
we'll cut some stuff up and collaborate.
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, for sure. Let's fucking
Sweet.
do
Sick,
it.
bro.
Easy.
do it.
Appreciate it.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Huddy balls, everyone.
Sweet.